weird. And the thing, and here's the thing about a lie, right? And this is actually a very like point that I came up with this about like 6 months ago. Is for years I've been saying UFOs are real, aliens are real for years, taking so much shit about it, right? The government comes out and says it's they're real. We've had evidence for a long time. And no one says, well, why are you lying all the time? No one ever asks them why they lie. And if you're known as a liar, even when you say the truth, people are going to still say you're a liar, right? And so like
exactly. Because then your credibility is shit. Right?
Exactly, right? And so it's lies upon lies upon lies upon lies. And that's what we're in, right? But then also when I basically started this channel, man, and doing the research and pulling up these finite details. You and I back in the day, we weren't thinking about 10.5-foot dogmen out of Michigan or freaking that we weren't even thinking about this stuff, right? And so then I hear the native, but then if you see what we have now, and then you look to the Native American folklore, and you're saying, damn, in their own way, that's what they're describing. You know what I'm saying? Like in their own way, they're going that direction. So even if Igor Dyatlov had lived, would he have even had the vocabulary to explain what happened to him, right?
Yeah. We don't know.
You don't even know, man.
That's the thing, right? Like, they all took copious notes, right?
Detailed.
So they all died very quickly. So there was no like documentation. We have right up to the end though, right? But it's one of those things where this happened in 1959. Right? They didn't have the forensics capabilities that we have nowadays. They didn't have the understanding of physics or like just the understanding of the world at large that we have.
Right.
In the general sense back in 1959, man. Like, you know what sucks as a getting old? I want you to think about something. How long ago was 1959, Joe?
Yeah, bro. Nah, man.
Do the math real quick.
That's 75 years?
65 years ago.
65? 75. We're talking about.
Is it? I don't know. I guess I'm bad at math.
No. You're probably 65 years ago. 65 years ago.
I'm not that bad at math. All right. 65 years ago, dude. What was the world like 65 years ago? We weren't, obviously, thank God I wasn't alive, right? We're not that old. But the world's changed a lot in that time.
Yeah, no, like, totally.
I had cell phones with them now. They would have had mobile phones with them now.
GPS tracker satellite phones. They would have had helo support. They'd have been out of there in an hour.
Right.
They would all been low jacked. I mean, they would have.
Yeah.
This wouldn't have happened.
Right.
Yeah, man. But it just adds on. So that's one thing I've enjoyed about doing this channel is taking the modern perspective and looking back on stuff that people say, oh, that's that didn't happen. Like, nah, like connects us to other places as well. But you know what else? You know what else that ties this that makes me lean into the supernatural on this as well, or the unexplained, is that how many damn mountains on this planet are we going to be told that we don't F around on? What's the deal with these mountains? And it's like, okay, Mount Herman, don't go there. You can't go there. There's a damn UN base at halfway up there, but they won't let you go to the top of it for reasons, right?
And then Mount Shasta is like famous, man. It's
Mount Shasta.
There's so many stories and weirdness going on there.
And then there was also freaking Mount Shasta. There's also this mountain, I think maybe it's K12 next to Mount Everest, where Shiva is supposed to live, that no one's allowed to climb.
Look at what the cultures are like that are mountain cultures, right? So, Tibet, right?
Yeah.
Tibet is a very, very, it's some of the highest mountains in the world, right? Like that is a huge, very mountainous region. And look at the people who are there. They're extremely spiritual people, right?
Yeah, I shake my head at some of the weirdos.
Point being that,
what is
right,
that?
right.
What does that
But
even
point
mean?
being that some of that, like that, for some reason, humans that dwell in that sort of environment have a very spiritual culture.
So, and there's also, I almost think there's a plateau somewhere in Australia too that I'd heard about. And there was
Yeah,
also,
there's Big Rock,
there's a
right?
big rock out
Ayers
there.
Rock.
Yeah, what's it called?
Ayers Rock. It's like this huge.
Yeah.
So, and then Ayers Rock in Australia. It's out, I think it's out in the middle of, out in the middle of the Great Desert. It's just this huge.
Oh,
It's the biggest rock in the world.
I learned a new
One
word from our.
stone. It's huge.
I learned a new word from our friends with the Cryptids Women's Society.
Oh yeah, what's that?
It's called a wee looky.
A wee looky?
A wee looky, right?
What is that?
Basically means take a look.
Subscribe now and turn on the notifications to join us on this extraordinary journey into the unknown.